We're Getting Old, Episode 1, with Greg STELLY.
What's up?
You may know him as Greg Adam. So your full name is Greg Adam STELLY?
Yeah, Facebook fucked me over.
So someone stole your name?
I did.
Wait, how did that happen?
Shitty phones, and you know that Google authentication bullshit, but then you change your number, so you can't really get any old Google accounts, so then you gotta make a new Facebook. I did that way too many times. And at a certain point, apparently, if you're in the same area code, they won't let you select the same Greg STELLY. So this last one, I had to pick Greg Adam. They won't even let me be me. Can't even be me.
Bro, you're not even you, though.
I don't like computers, man. They're annoying. They don't make life easier. They break. Like, I got this badass Alienware computer given to me. Fucking nice motherfucker. I was recording, making all kind of beats and shit. And it updated, and now it don't have the driver to get internet. So I can't even fix it because I don't have a fucking driver to fucking get my fucking Wi-Fi. Why did it update? I didn't tell it to update.
So yes.
Fuck computers.
So I have this one, the one behind you, with Coca-Cola on it. This one, right behind this screen. One that's in the living room that it's only on if it's plugged in because it's that old. And
Them old laptops.
but they're all Macs except for this one with the Coca-Cola on it. And
might get it wet.
the whole point is, it is sort of like they're trying to constantly make you upgrade. Yes or yes?
Yeah, they had good iPhones a long time ago. It's just like cars. Like, I understand you need to make some more every year, but you don't have to like redesign it every year. You know, like, let a good design last for a little while. Fuck.
Right. So,
But no, they remake it every year and got people chasing and fucking like throwing away old iPhones and shit. Like, I don't know. It's just like,
and then the ironic
I'm
part,
cool with having a $50 phone.
the
How's
ironic part would be that, like, the iPhone 8 in mint condition is selling for like $1,200.
Yeah,
You know,
screw that.
just as a relic, just as like, oh, like what a cool piece of history.
It is a cool piece. I mean, I'd say the fucking 3s and the 5s like were big pieces of like.
Oh,
iPhone 1, 3, and 5. That was like.
or dude, like
I think it was a 3 and 5, somewhere around there. It just had a, but that was the early days too, you know.
What about the damn, what was like the MP3 player?
Oh yeah, little iPod Nanos and shit.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, straight up, when they gonna make a phone like that?
It would only hold like, you know,
When they gonna make a phone that size?
maybe like
Shit.
200 songs. Oh, dude, they look like damn. Where's my nicotine thing?
They smaller. They look
Dude,
like
they're
a little
smaller.
fucking vape.
They're smaller than the fucking little. What is it? Lost Mary or, you know, fucking. They have so many names. Mike Tyson even has one at this point.
Yeah. And nobody likes it too.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, yeah, you know.
But
I
they're
hate that I do this, but,
they're
you know,
definitely
here I do it.
better than cigarettes.
Yeah.
Like, everyone has agreed on that.
No, I agree on that for sure. But I just take these motherfuckers.
Oh,
These
so
little
you,
pouches.
you got the little pouches, yeah. Now, do you do this thing where, so you take it and you just like start snapping it, like to like wake them up?
No.
Okay, so one of my favorite podcasts, shout out to Chris Long. He's a Zen user, and I got some Zen just because he was talking about Zen. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna turn off my
Getting a cold, man.
Y'all hear that?
It's so cold out.
Y'all hear my little foot massager? Hold on. Alright. So yeah, my fiance's father bought her a foot massager, and she felt it was too painful. But me and Greg both just used it, and after a long day of work, you come home, you put your daddies in there, and how would you say, scale of 1 to 10, how did it make you feel after standing on your feet for, what was it, like 6 hours?
My dogs are smiling.
Yeah, dude, they're like, oh, thank you, bro.
No, they still got a little like feeling in it. It's like just, oh yeah, it's been like 5 minutes and they still like got a tingle going.
Yeah. So, anyway, we got sidetracked, but basically, the importance of upgrading when it comes to computers, when it comes to basically anything, definitely cigarettes, drugs, cats, if you can hear their little bells out there. We had our frog out here earlier. How did you feel about the frog being on you?
It's slimy, but I liked it. You know, I'm a weirdo. Reptiles are cool. Always did like them. I used to have some little albino swimming frogs when I was little. The little ones that swim in the tanks.
See, but
they don't yeah, you can't take them out of water. Like they I don't know what they call it, but they
so
don't like
frogs are amphibians. So little Jerry back there, I would wake him up right now, but he would probably start hissing and shit. And then look, I'm gonna wake these motherfuckers up. So Greg is in my what would you call this? Like, I hate the term man cave.
manhole.
It's sort of like a studio.
A den,
It's
your room, your chill spot.
it's my childhood bedroom,
There you go.
and it just has a lot to look at.
I mean,
How would you describe, like, just if you were to go home to a woman tonight, which, unless I put a wig on, it's not gonna happen. But
and then if you did, it still would.
it would be weird.
Yeah.
What would you say about this place?
Well, it kind of gives me claustrophobia. Nah, it's actually cool. I like all the little details. The fucking do have a lot of Packers in here though.
What about? Do you even know what team this is?
Pacers. I was talking about these.
All right, so Packers and Pacers. Do you recognize the one difference between those two teams? There's one letter.
Ha. Okay. Okay.
And that was not intentional.
That's strange.
Isn't it?
I didn't notice it before. That's funny.
So it's the Packers and the Pacers.
It's a really different sounding word from what more than one letter. What you think, you know, like
Exactly.
they sound very different. So you
because
don't. I never related it. That's crazy.
the C can be, it's usually like a hard C.
It's act. You got 3 letters, act, and then ace. It's kind
Right. So,
yeah, that's interesting.
but what's the one common thing that you can see between them?
Green.
No,
I think that's green.
No.
I just can't see right.
Oh yeah. I have weird lights on. Hold on. I want you to get this right. There's one color.
Orange.
There's,
That orange, green, like Green Bay ain't orange. It's the yellow, but they got the orange.
all right, so here, I'll do it for you easier.
It's the yeller. I guess it's yellow.
They
right here.
both have yellow.
It's the the fucking wall is orange right there.
This is navy, and one is dark green. But the common theme is
Yeah, it's close.
the yellow. It's like basically the same fucking color.
Yeah.
What do you think about our past lives? And why would a southern child from South Louisiana gravitate towards these two random teams?
Maybe colors, maybe word association, or maybe you just had some association with one of the players growing up, maybe a name thing.
Players. It was the players and the colors.
I remember when I was young, it was like 96 or 7, when the Packers were doing really good. That's probably why I got into them. It's probably a colors thing, but it was probably also because they were winning Super Bowls around that time. And that was like when I was young and getting into sports or like noticing sports. So that was the first team that I caught. I think that's where I got into them. And then later I just like started like, I don't know, there's been a few teams I was into. It's not one.
But you're
one.
not really a sports fan per se.
I watch sports. I would say, okay, my favorite team is LSU, fucking football. I much rather fucking college football. It's way more action packed.
So we were just.
But I've seen a bunch of LSU games. You see, I've seen them and I grew up with them all my life. That was my shit. But also, my dad, I grew up watching fucking football. Saints games too, and I just never like. The first time I connected with the Saints was when I was living in Colorado. But like before that, and still now it's like I like to watch them, but they ain't my favorite. But I usually root for them.
Right. And a lot of Saints, Tigers, Raging
Tigers
Cajun
is a different
fans.
thing. Tigers is a shit. I got much reasons I like them. They're the shit.
Well, Baton
colors
Rouge
is like fucking Mardi Gras. Baton Rouge is an amazing city. I mean, like, maybe not amazing, but it's pretty nice compared to where we at.
If you turn down one wrong road.
Okay, LSU's campus and partying, going to bars down there, that's fun as fuck.
And also
and it's a really good campus. And the fuck, I don't know, they got a lot of good shit over there.
That's where Kane
started. And they usually got a good team. Every now and then they fucking like bunk for a couple seasons, but they always come back. They always got a fucking like powerhouse, or somebody that's gonna fuck up somebody or gonna piss somebody off. And I got to see like a few games in like 2009 or maybe.
So you've been to Tiger Stadium?
Oh yeah, dude. I seen a fucking Florida Gators game. They were going against Florida Gators. They were at the Tiger Stadium. They were roasting gators out in the front tailgating and shit. It was so fucking loud, dude. It was sold out and shit. Like that was amazing, dude. And I seen a smaller game, like it was like Ole Miss. That was like way smaller. Like it wasn't all packed like that. But oh yeah, the Florida one, that was fucking madness, dude. It was beautiful.
So
roasting whole gators, dude, like on a fucking turnstile thing, like a pig. Dude.
Oh,
it was fucking awesome. They got TVs out there and shit. Yeah, oh yeah, they go hard.
So my friends and I, when we were like in our early 20s, we were just like, sort of like always go against the grind, like.
Yeah, so
if everybody,
so you're like Roll Tide.
No, fuck Alabama. It was more like, oh, they're playing East Carolina State. We're going to show up as East Carolina State fans.
Yeah.
And we would just make shirts and show up and be like, yeah, man, we traveled all the way here from East Carolina and go whatever the fuck their name is.
Damn. That's fun.
And people would like buy us drinks and like they'd be like, oh, we're so glad you're here and like da-da-da. And there was this one time that they played Virginia Tech. And I'm actually like a closet Virginia Tech fan. Like I just like their logo. It's like a V that turns into
they're pretty cool. They got the blue. Yellow and blue.
It's like orange, maroon, and like a little splash of like mustard. So Virginia Tech, I always fucked with. Also, my dad taught there.
Like Duke and that's Fighting Irish, right? Or no?
Duke
the Fighting Irish?
No, Duke is
blue. The Devils, yeah.
Blue Devils.
Okay, so I like them and I like the Fighting Irish, but not like LSU's my motherfuckers.
So Virginia Tech is the Hokies, which sounds, I don't know, dude, like sort of racist if you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But it's just a bird.
They got some racist named birds too. I ain't gonna bring it up.
But dude, if you called some dude like, man, you fucking Hokie. Oh yeah. That sounds really close to honky. It's a hoe
and a honky, like smashing them together.
A hoe, a honky, and all of a sudden you're a Hokie.
Yo, Hokie ass bitch.
Yeah, and it's on like the East Coast, and it's in like
Yankee, you know, you got that kind of ring
Virginia.
too.
Yeah, dude, like it's on the like the wrong side of the East Coast, where like
Wrong side of the Mississippi.
yeah, well,
No,
definitely that.
No.
Wait, Virginia was part of the.
13.
No, they weren't the Confederates. They were.
No, I think they were.
In the Civil War.
I think they were. I think that they might have been the most northern Confederate, but I'm not
Because
sure.
it was North Carolina, and then it was South Carolina.
I could be wrong, but I feel like Virginia was in the South, considered shit, you know. But when you're from Louisiana, everything is like north from here, so everybody who says from there, they're from the South. If they're not actually from like Florida or fucking Alabama or Mississippi, I don't know. It's just weird to me. Like,
All right, so Virginia was a significant
I'm from
battleground
Missouri, you're
for
not from the South. You're
both
from the mid fucking area. I don't know.
Union and Confederate forces in the American Civil War.
They probably started out Confederate.
Yeah,
and
like
got
they
taken
were
over.
like, we're gonna wait and see on which
Well,
side.
Then the North started winning and just taking everything. Brought it all the way down to New Orleans or shit.
Virginia was the largest state in population and industrial capacity to join the Confederacy. Yes, dude. So you were right. Okay, so Virginia
It was the most northern one?
It was a slave holding state that
Yeah,
voted
you see, that's what you got to
against-
think. It was the big, it was the plantation areas. It was there was the
right
crops
there.
and shit. But the more colonized places where it
Yeah,
was more
dude.
city
Look at it
had
right,
less slave
Look at
shit.
it right here. So
Yeah.
tell the listeners what you're looking at.
I'm looking at a map,
So this
and
was
it's all the South where we grow a lot of shit,
the Confederate
and
War.
that's except Florida. Why Florida didn't? I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah,
But-
Florida was like,
Seems like-
we're doing coke. I don't know.
Yeah, fuck off. We got a hurricane coming.
yeah. We're dealing with Mexicans and Cubans.
Everything's
We don't know
already
what's
attacking
going
us.
on.
Y'all chill out.
So the point is,
Pointless. My bad.
there was no point. The point is, you were here in my room. You're looking at all my things, and the common theme is yellow.
Yeah. With yellow lights though, it's orange, so it's like double yellow.
Well-
Is orange yellow squared? You know, so you really gotta think about.
Dude. So I'm part of the Confederacy.
Is red fucking orange cubed or yellow
Bro.
cubed?
Maybe I'm racist,
I think so.
but my fiance
Think
is
about it a lot.
black. So
Yeah, and that's the part of that's the enslavement
so
part.
I'm trying to
You're try-
make
you're
her
tr-
my slave.
Yeah, she's your subservient. You
Oh
know?
shit, dude! I didn't even think about
So you're
that.
taking it out every day.
That is one of the
Oh, yeah,
things
some
that I
subconscious
get.
shit there, man. You just can't.
Like a
you're
lot of my,
horrible.
like literally, like I have, I would say 5 best friends. One of them died of an overdose, fentanyl, recently.
That could have been you tonight, man.
Could have been me. White nights.
Yeah, I don't know. Dude,
But
that pimp ass chain.
the other 3 are black dudes. And they used to call me the N-word. But like in a fun, joking way, right?
Well, I mean, no black dude is gonna call you the N word because he's not Cody with you. like
Exactly.
they'll call a black dude that, you know, and that's just not where it don't translate because there's a lot of fucking pain with all the fucking bad situations. So white people gotta respect. I don't give a fuck if you don't understand and you want to say the N-word, blah blah blah. Fuck off and understand that there's so much fucking pain that we never fucking felt from it that you gotta fucking let some shit go.
Yeah.
Let a motherfucker have a fucking word because it's not fucking worth being disrespectful to motherfucker. I don't know. That's just how I see it. Like I don't.
Like,
Yeah, it's a fucking
we-
cool word to relate with, but really, like I don't know. It's not worth fucking wanting to fucking hurt people over. Which really, that's what it does more than anything. Like that people that still have a soft spot toward it.
And
we
it's
aren't the
not
people that
really
choose
even-
that, you know, like.
It's not a fun word to say. You know, like I like saying retarded better. Like
Well,
retarded is like that
And it's
goes-
really like okay, but in that context, say you're chilling around a bunch of people with Down syndrome. Are you gonna be saying retarded? You know, so that's the kind of respect you have. You know, it's related, so you don't fucking.
No, I would say Down syndrome.
Well, yeah, but you know, if you wouldn't be calling this bitch retarded like with them in the room. You know,
Right.
it's just like you should have a more higher
But
social
at the
conscious
same
to
time,
understand. I don't know.
what if you saw a midget? Would you call them a little person? Because to me, that sounds more degrading than midget.
I feel like all the labels are fucked, but yeah, they know who they are. They know what they are. So I'd really like to talk to them about it because I've never met a smaller person or whatever they call it.
Like, tell me what you want me to call you.
Well, I just don't know how they feel about it. But I never knew anybody that was like that, you know. But I don't know. Just.
But if someone calls me a honky, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
But I'm half El Salvadorian and half Irish. I just look white as fuck. Like, tell the listeners how white I look.
Yeah, Jesse looks like a white guy.
Like, I look
like a white guy, and Jesse looks like a white guy too.
Fuck. Like
we're two white guys here.
We both look like we came
this guy's
over
lying to me.
from the fucking boat from Ireland.
I think my shit's like a lot of. I got German, French, and it's a mix. It's a mud mix, but I think a lot of it's German and French. Like,
what is Stelly?
German, Swiss, and French. Swedish.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, dude, I see that. Okay.
Yep. Stelly is I don't know what fucking. I never looked it up, but is Zerang? I know that's German, and.
Oh, so you're a Nazi? Okay, all right.
No, actually,
this all makes sense.
It's actually nice, man. Our people left before because they didn't like that shit. Now, I don't know when. I think it was like 1800s, like maybe.
They were like, bro, we're not.
Yeah, my people left way before the war. We were
dude,
early immigrants over here.
First of all, y'all are dressing way too nice.
We weren't. I don't. It wasn't Nazi. I know we've been here a while, but like I feel like it was like, a while back. Maybe when fucking New York filled up the first time, like
we got the first
like
boat over or some shit.
Yeah, but I know we're not recent immigrants.
So okay, whenever you hear someone being vehement about I'm a they, there, I'm a him, her, I'm a they, what does that inspire in you?
So I gotta pull up what I just said. There is a certain amount of respect that I want to give to everybody who wants to who has their certain way of thinking and their way of being. But you just gotta understand that shit's really easy to laugh at and it's got some funny shit about it. I'm sorry. It's unnatural. You can't say it's not. And it's funny to people that live in a natural way. It's like, it's like the difference between fucking smoking opium and fucking getting some fucking heroin. You know, they had to fucking synthesize that heroin. I'm just saying, one of them's completely natural and the other one's not. So it's weird.
I mean, I would have gone with like.
I got some respect for anybody who wants to be what they fucking want to be.
I would have gone with alcohol. But it gets real
fucking funny. It gets real fucking funny, and you gotta fucking be able to take a joke. That's the main thing. Like, come on, like
that's the most important.
You've got your freedom now. Like everybody has freedom to like. There's been so much more freedoms like gained. So take a joke with the freedom. Because you ain't got it as bad as other people. I don't have it bad at all, so I'm not saying that. But there's still a lot of people fighting for much more.
Speaking of fighting, how do you feel about a transgender male who's transgenderation into a female? And it's competing with females and dominating, dude. Like fucking breaking records.
It's not right. Okay, look.
Imagine if you had a daughter and she was like killing it. And then all of a sudden, like a dude decided he was a girl and transitioned and broke all her records.
Yeah, you could say you're anything, but you still grew up with a fucking slightly more muscular body that doesn't have a period and there's just differences. There's physiological. I don't. You can't act like there's not fucking differences. So the reason you don't hit a woman when you're a dude is because we're a little bit stronger in most cases. Not all cases, just most cases, but only stronger in an outside way. We don't fucking make a baby, so there's a different types of strength. But yeah, no, I can't like. Okay, so Caitlyn Jenner fucking is a chick now. We could call it a chick, her a chick, whatever. But I don't think she should be able to compete against born women. You know, it's not even because she has more athletic ability from keeping up with football players all over the years. And even if she's running full of estrogen now, she still has that body that was built from testosterone. It's different.
Yeah. And it's
like
it's not
you
like,
can't act like it's not because like okay,
so here's
there's more women that are in the 4 foot range than dudes all over. Like there's more dudes that end up taller and weighing more. It's just the way we're born. So live as you will, but that's not fair.
so
Like, if you used to be a dude and okay, let's see. How would it be opposite way around? Let's see. If you were born a chick, what would be the invert?
well no, here's my counterpoint. What if I was just like, you know what? I always wanted to play in the NBA, but I'm not good enough. But I feel like I could go transition to the WNBA, and I wouldn't be the best, but I would definitely earn a roster spot.
It's not right. You see?
Right? Like I would feel guilty about it.
Now, let's go ahead and make a new league. Let's make
That's
the whole
that's
transgender
where
league,
we
and
were
you can be a
going.
man, woman, whatever. But this is for changed athletes, for
That's-
athletes who are not their assigned birth. That's the difference: assigned birth athletes and not assigned births. You change. You're different. You modified your being. You've had drugs. Like you want to say fucking drugs and steroids are bad. You've changed
You're
your whole
taking
fucking way.
testosterone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not normal anymore. You're synthetic in some kind of way. It's shit. It's not right.
But just you saying they should have their own league sparks people, and it makes them like, oh, like black people should have their own leagues, or like
No,
you know, it's like
I don't
no,
think
dude,
race
like
should
what
be
the
a league.
fuck are we
Now I
talking about
do
here?
think countries should have their own leagues, and by mixing that, then we have different races. But that's just by fucking chance of fucking location, you know. But not no generalized. No, we only have one. No, fuck that.
All right, so we were supposed to start this whole podcast talking about Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah, we bought some Coca-Cola tonight. Shit's expensive. It's not that.
But actually, I want to go to. Did you ever watch that '70s show?
Yeah, that was my fucking high school shit.
You really like that show?
Now it's fucking dull and especially the last few seasons, it really plays itself out. But yeah, there's a golden period. Like the first 5 or 6 seasons, like I don't want to rewatch it now, you know, like not to this day because I watched it so much when I was little. But I was in high school when that shit came out, and I related a lot to it, you know.
But you grew out of it.
I'm just done with it.
Like you wouldn't put it on like when you go home tonight. You're not gonna put on.
I watched
that
it too
70s show.
much. No, yeah. It's kind of like okay, like let's see.
Like, what's your comfort show? Like, I'm having a bad night. Let me just put this on.
Okay, so like here, there's South Park. That's a good one.
Yep.
But honestly, fuck it. Lately, because there's so many fucking seasons, Hell's Kitchen been working. Cause I fucking
shit.
love kitchen shit. I'm
Dude,
fucking with
okay, so this is where we differ because I tried to watch.
And it's not like it's so riveting, you know. It's just like I could put it on and I could chill and like I don't know. I like watching how different people react. Some people and how they react with each other on the shit and how. Cause man, okay, Chef Ramsay is a motherfucking dick. But I see a lot of why he does what he does. I still would never do it the same way. I don't think some of the shit he does is fucking like nice. But he gets good results, you know. And you really got to push those people to, like, if you're going to fucking give them the job, you want to see how they're going to react. It's interesting because, and also like I learned like, okay, so they have to sign a paper saying if they fucking hit him, they're going straight to jail. So that's really why he don't get contact. 'Cause I've been
Bro.
wondering so long watching all
So
these
he
episodes.
gets in their faces and shit. 'Cause
Oh,
I've
dude,
never
he
seen
makes
that
them want to
episode.
fucking hit him, dude. And then they got the kitchen nightmares, which is basically him going to fucking, like, say him coming to our restaurant. Like, Lou would fucking write, he goes to random restaurants all the fuck over and, like, shows him how to do it right. But he's a dick about it, you know? So it'd be like him coming in and be like, he'd notice Ken don't do this shit. And he'd notice just like, he'd start fucking picking shit apart, you know? But, my bad. Love you, man, but you're a comic at heart. You do that well.
Yeah.
But
everybody's funny.
nah, but he fucks with people, dude. And he is like sometimes he's just like, out of all the people I met, I don't believe in you at all. Like I don't think you can do shit. Like he's telling this to owners and shit. Like
So he's like looking at the tomatoes and like,
and when they get pissed,
who the fuck cut these tomatoes? What the fuck is this?
Anything, yeah, and he has realized he's good at what he does, but he's got standards of the fucking like people who pay fucking $200 for shit that costs like $14. I like watching it.
Well,
I like watching people's reaction too, like cause he's real, you know, but he's a dick and he makes people fucking have to face it, like, and then they fucking sign the paper, so there's so many you can see just want to fucking lay him out, just dudes that are fucking get the fuck out my shit, you know, you're telling me what to do, you're changing my menu, all this shit, but then at the same time he fucking remakes the restaurants and fucking like he really does a lot of good shit, but he fucking tests them fuckers, and he makes them better or fucking like, you know, shows their weaknesses.
So we work at the same restaurant and it's also a bar, but we handle the restaurant part of it. Yes?
Handle.
I mean, we try. We try our best.
I walk in there, we make money. The coolest thing is we don't have a manager at all. Like it's just the way it is. Like there's in the front or the back, it's just 4 people working that have to keep the shit together, and that's a really fucking beautiful thing because like it makes people stronger and like more accountable for their shit. Because if you don't do it right, like it's not the manager just gonna bitch at you, it's everybody else that's gotta fucking do it later, you know. Like,
right.
And it actually makes us all fucking a little bit more solid because like, you know, your fucking slack is somebody else's, and it ain't. I don't know. We have to be our own managers.
That was my
first kind of little thing. Like
that was my first, I guess.
That's what's different.
Impression.
That's the biggest difference. I never had a job like that.
That was
where there's not one person that's telling everybody what to do all the fucking time, and it works. Like not say, I never had a job like that at all, but it actually works over here because we make enough money to want our job. I think that's the biggest thing. Like it's a good little job, good little family. We know that if we keep it going good, it's better for us, you know.
My first impression was, well, first of all, how far did it take us to get here? We just got off. We just left.
Shit, about 20 minutes if you broke your leg and at the crutch there.
Right.
If that. No, you could get there in 10 minutes on crutches.
But
really hurting your first day after.
Driving.
So that means like on a confident day, 3 minutes walking.
And then driving, like.
It's basically like your car don't even fuck it. It starts to blow cool air. Even your new car just starts. Your new car is quick. My truck wouldn't even blow cool air by the time it's there.
So I can throw a rock and maybe hit.
Yeah. Oh no, dude, you catch the right rock, you ain't lying. Fuck.
I could hit the parking lot at least.
Oh yeah.
The back.
Yeah. Practice your throw. You got that shit.
You know, I used to train to be a quarterback.
I'm like 4 rocks away.
Yeah. Exactly.
4 well-placed rocks.
Exactly. Like you throw one, you go get it. Throw another one.
Yeah, when I ride my bike, I got like 3 little sections. I think about it as.
Right.
And it's like each section's like maybe 5 minutes. And
so there are some people that drive like almost an hour to work there.
I did it first. When I got hired, I lived with my mom, but yeah, in Opelousas area, Leonville. But yeah,
I live with my mom too. Oh, I mean my fiance.
Basically lucked out, and Caleb hooked me up with a room to stay at. Well, I was fucking looking for a place over here.
My joke?
No, I was
this
talking.
podcast
See,
is
I don't
over.
even fucking listen. I'm a dick. Throw something at this motherfucker.
Dude, that was a fucking great joke.
Well, say it again.
All right, so
This is what happens when
I
white
live
people
with
do
my mom,
fucking
too.
cocaine.
I met my fiance. Dude,
Life.
he fucking killed it.
Life, yeah.
She'll never listen to this. So
I
it's
mean,
fine.
but, you know, the weird thing about fucking man psychology is he is going to go for a chick that's somewhat like his mom. I don't give a fuck. Try to prove me wrong. There's going to be some fucking weird thing when you fall in love with somebody that is like your fucking mom. I don't give a fuck. I've noticed it.
It is.
Not all things. It's not like you're looking for a copy, but
It
because
is
you were
proven.
raised by this person. If you like, even if you don't like them, because you were raised by this person, you have these certain things that make you feel normal. Even if they make you feel bad too, they'll still make you feel normal because that's your life and what you got used to. That's why it's really rough growing up. If you got fucked with, you know, you just get used to being fucked with, and then you want to be fucked with when you fucking normal. Like that's how you breed bad things. I don't know. I'm getting far ahead.
Well, when we work together, we listen to podcasts, right? And it's usually things that are out of the box. You know, like they bring up things. Whenever I like to work, or whenever I work, I like to put on Loveline. But from like 2003,
It's like a time
2005,
machine.
like yeah,
It's
And
a little
like,
time machine.
It's like
I love
back
that
when
shit.
people couldn't get canceled, and it was just like, "Hey, bitch, stop having kids," and it would be like,
And they're such dicks, dude. They're so pricky, but they're smart, you know. But he says a lot of things that I really feel like, dude, you're such a prick, and you probably do this too. But or you got like, I don't know. He's very fucking like, always pointing the finger.
You're talking about Corolla.
Drew, or I don't know, one of them.
Corolla's a comedian. Drew is the actual, like,
One of them's always fucking like
board certified
saying,
physician.
it's kind of like the Hell's Kitchen shit. He's just a real dick to everybody.
Yeah, and then the other one is like trying to play nice with
I guess I
everybody.
haven't picked them apart yet.
Yeah, and then sometimes they have guests. So, but by listening to like hundreds and hundreds of episodes, I've figured out that everybody is basically the same. Everybody
is built by their surroundings.
It is all about what your mom did, what your dad did, what your relationship is with your mom, what your relationship is with your dad.
Yeah, straight up.
Did you get molested?
Too.
Did you get...
I understand a lot of shit. Okay, so my dad wasn't around when I was growing up. He was being a coke addict. He did love us, but he didn't want the family shit with my mom. They just weren't clicking. So they fought. He was out at bars a lot. He was young, you know. They just weren't clicking. And he was young and didn't care about his kids enough, you know. But he did have love. I understand that now. But then as a kid, I just thought he hated me, or that's what I fucking took it as. Because like every time I go over, he'd be drunk all fucking weekend, and he just didn't know how to connect. And
that was just the internal feeling that you got.
Yeah. So at a certain point, I stopped going, and until the end of high school, when I started doing mushrooms, I didn't really fucking deal with any of that fucking issue I didn't have any fucking relationship with my dad, and it fucking bothered me or whatever. Like I went through my emo phase in fucking high school shit. You know, definitely like fucking didn't.
Did you ever dye your hair black?
No. I dyed it red one time.
Jenkos?
No, I was a little bit later. I was like 3 years later.
Did you ever have a chain wallet?
Yes, I did. I think maybe once for sure, but I didn't wear it a long time. It wasn't like my favorite thing.
How low did it go?
Like, not low.
All right,
regular.
Dude, I remember kids that would have it like down to their knees.
Oh yeah, there was like a competition. They like rims, you know.
Yeah, dude.
Check out my. I mean, now they do it on the neck, but. So yeah, like with my dad's shit. Because my dad wasn't around, I kind of like just had a fucking hate toward dudes. Like, and I didn't realize it, but I had male friends. I had male friends all the fucking time. But like, as far as like fucking alpha male motherfuckers, I don't give a fuck. The second you show that shit to me, I'm like, fuck you. Go fucking do whatever you do by yourself. You know, I don't like to be friends with people that are gonna fucking try to push me around type shit. You know. It's not. Like, it seems like fucking the air is getting better with that shit. Like I don't know, since the internet, seems like there's less of those motherfuckers. But when I was growing up, there was a lot more. But either way, like I kind of just related to my little circles of people, you know. But I did notice that like I always fucking had a resentment towards just other dudes, period, and like people of authority, I should call it, you know, because I never had a fucking dad that I fucking loved or fucking looked up to in any way. So I never had any fucking space to want to fucking really like trust friends and shit, like for the most part, like unless like there's certain people like band members and shit that I was cool with, but like
Oh yeah.
I was
By
always
the way,
very much more trusting of chicks in that kind of fucking idea, just because my mom raised me and my mom, I don't know, this is what I was fucking used to. So that's where I did start noticing, like recently, I was like breaking shit apart and just like what we grow up with, you know, and what how we react because of it, you know. But now, like I talk to my dad more, you know, and like I said, I'm not like oh fuck every dude, you know. It's just like there's certain fucking traits of like egotistical fucking male shit that I'm completely like fucking like the second I see it, I'm just like fuck you, you can go play with yourself, like, you know, like. But we don't have too many people that go through the cafe. I ain't got to worry about that much, you know.
I'm sorry. What is cafe?
Fucking hoe bag. Coffee.
So
yeah, so that's my bad. I went on that, but
one
that's
thing
what I noticed about
that
me
we
with-
have in common is that we're both musicians, right? And
yeah,
how many bands have you been in?
a bunch, man. I'll say my fucking favorite or my ones I liked. Let's see, that was first Blue Logic. That was me, my friend Brock, and my friend Q. We built it for a little while, and
What was the name of it?
Blue Logic.
Blue Logic. That's a great ass.
That was all original
Band name.
stuff that mostly me and Brock wrote. That lasted a good like 7 years, I feel like.
Damn, dude.
Then it broke apart after a bunch of turbulent shit, and me and Brock, I started playing bass, and we found a cool guitar, so we made this other different fucking funk band called That Bastard's Pulse. That was fucking fun.
That Bastard's Pulse.
Yeah, we played dirty ass fucking funk shit. That was like 2013, and that was right before I moved to Colorado.
Did you slap the bass?
I slapped the fuck out of the bass.
Yes, dude.
So that's two. Then I moved to Colorado. My third favorite, not in order, but there's four favorites. My third one was actually a fucking cover band, but it was called Binge. We were in Colorado, and it was like three other older guys and me, but we did all fucking 90s grunge covers, like fucking Nirvana, fucking Alice in Chains, just shit that we like to do.
Pearl Jam?
Yeah, Pearl Jam. Yeah,
Yes,
all kind of shit like that. Like whatever you hear on the radio, we tried to make it like a radio station, and that shit was fun. But that was like a bridge, you know. I like to write, so the fourth one was Augmented. I was doing vocals for that one. They had all the music, and it was a whole different fucking thing because I never didn't have a fucking instrument while I was singing, you know. This was the first time I just had a mic.
You with a mic.
Me and Mike in a badass band, 3-piece.
And you didn't play anything.
No.
Dude.
It was fucking cool,
I would
man.
love that shit.
It was
That would be
cool as
awesome.
shit. And it took like 3 or 4 shows before I actually got comfortable with the mic on stage. But man, there was a couple shows after that it was really fucking awesome. Like, it was one time, this was my coolest feeling ever at a show. But like, we were at like this theater, and they have a spot in front of the stage. The stage is pretty high. They have a spot in front of the stage where people can stand, but then they got like bleachers behind that or whatever. And everybody was sitting down, and we were like the second to last band. And when we went up, I was just like, everybody get the fuck up here. I said something like that, just whatever, just something comfortable. And they fucking moved up, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't say nothing, but it just felt so fucking good. And like, there was a good show. And then after that, the last band came on. They were from Denver. And he tried to do the same thing because the people sat down by the time they were setting up. And he tried to do the same thing, but he did it like with a little less confidence because I don't know. He was kind of picking up off what I did, and he didn't have the same. It didn't have the same reaction and thing. I still appreciated what he did, but like, I like psychology and I like what I seen there. It was just interesting. I had original thought, and it was. I don't always fucking.
But he didn't have the same vibe of.
Yeah, because it was
on.
it wasn't. He picked it up off me, you know, and it wasn't like. I'm not saying like, oh, that's a fucking most original thing. It's just because it was fucking done right previous. Like, it didn't have the same impact when he did it because he didn't have the same follow through or whatever. But I like noticing little things like that. I'm fucking weird. I don't know. But yeah, that was about the coolest, one of the coolest fucking show feelings I got.
So I started it out with a rock band, and I was just the keyboard player, and I would play bongos, I would play tambourine, and I would just basically just fill in, like kind of the spots that needed to be filled in, and me and the bass player kind of jived, and we made our own band, and it was a funk band, and then
What's the name?
a funk band named it. Well, the first band was the Botanist.
We played with the Botanist back with Blue Logic and at Oasis.
Oh shit, dude.
It was 2013 or 12, 13 era.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were with them then.
I may have slept through the show or something. Or
I think there was 4 people there. I remember fucking lead singer had long hair. I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, I was there.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Dude,
We played a show together, motherfucker.
we didn't even know that we played a show together. But the whole point is, I thought that the songs that the Botanist played were just as good as anything that was on the radio at the time.
Oh, the Botanist was great. Yeah. They had a buzz about it too. Like I heard about y'all a long time before we actually played a show with y'all, and my perception was that y'all were like pretty official and had y'all shit together. Like I still felt like we were very loose and like fucking still like working.
Oh,
on
dude,
shit.
we had a merch table. And
Yeah,
everything.
y'all had y'all shit together, and your sound was good too. You had a professional sound. Like I don't remember the music exactly, but I do remember I did like y'all shit. Like it was interesting and it was fucking creative. It wasn't like just cookie cutter, normal fucking regurgitated. Whatever.
Yeah. So that kind of fell apart as people got real jobs. People started having kids, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that'll happen with bands. And I was probably 21, 22, But then me and the bass player from that band started a funk band named Machete. And that was the official name of it because it was so fucking stupid that let's just call it a funk band named Machete.
I remember them, but I don't know if I seen them.
So it started out as 3 dudes. And then we added a horn section. And eventually it was 7 dudes on stage.
Y'all had a singer?
No.
Okay.
And that was the main thing I was about to get to was, dude, y'all would be so much better if y'all had a singer. But we didn't want a singer because...
Well, no, some shit, if you really got really good music, it's not always better with any singer. Now, the right singer can make it right, but it's still, if you put words on it, it's going to lead you automatically to a certain place. You can have a nice vague space to where you can, still, have multiple spots, but it's still going to lead you where, as in with music without words, you have a free slate to where nothing distracts you and makes you think a certain way. So I completely understand, loving fucking instrumental music for what it is and not, if you don't want a singer, you don't, it's to find the right singer, because you want the right content. But maybe everybody doesn't agree on the content. Maybe some people want to talk about fucking Earth odysseys to space, and some people want to talk about fucking just how we communicate different to each other. And some people want to talk about burrowing undergrounds with lizards, and they don't like each other or they don't agree,
want to talk about breakups and
yeah. And if one person is like, oh, I don't like that one idea, I don't know, that's where the politics come in.
Yeah. So then everybody was always urging us to get a singer, and then we would play Downtown Alive. If y'all had a singer, y'all would play Downtown Alive. Y'all would
Why
tour.
they need a singer for that though? Why not just let y'all play anyway?
The whole point was we had a hardcore drummer who is probably one of the best drummers in Louisiana, and he was steadfast on, no, we're never gonna get a singer. We are writing songs, and we are going to. This is just gonna be an instrumental band. We're gonna write melodies, and then solo, and then have a badass like ending, you know? And like we did that shit, and then we slowly started adding horn players, and then all of a sudden we had like a whole like they were coming up with their own melodies by themselves,
Yeah.
and then it was adding to our melodies, and it was just like it was the perfect shit, dude. And people didn't get it.
They don't out here, man.
It was like we were musicians.
Dude, Blue Logic too. So we played shows for a while, but we were a weird psychedelic band that had some fucking metal with scream, but then it go to a fucking chill fucking like perfect circle fucking floaty ass part. And it was about medium. No, it wasn't more metal. It was like we just drew from a lot of shit, but none of our songs were 4 minutes. None of our songs really repeated any fucking patterns. Like we'd come back to a chorus, but most of it was like fucking flow tripping. Like, so yeah, people around here don't fucking really connect with that. And then there's also the understanding that you like for music like that, anytime the first time you hear it, you're not gonna be able to fucking like. You might get into it, it might be cool, but like you have to hear it a few times before you're really gonna fucking like, oh yeah, that shit's awesome, and want to go see it a few times, you know. So it's hard to get that started without them getting it in their ear first. But yeah, Louisiana, man, we got awesome Cajun music that does its own thing, whatever. That's
no,
cool.
no. Say that
whatever.
again. Say that again.
It's cool or whatever, but god damn if it just doesn't make a bunch of fucking. There's a bunch of drunks over here who only really like fucking rap, country, rock, and Cajun. And I mean rock as in the fucking normal fucking like poppy, like all the pop
three
area.
chords.
And that's probably in every fucking area because of the radio fucking format. But there's just not enough fucking free thinkers with the music over. There's a lot. There's not enough that are fucking making it continue on to the fucking like 3D reality. People are just doing it like listening to themselves. I know so many people that play good music, know good music, but you can't find that shit being played in Lafayette because everybody's fucking weird and fucking all family, like, so they cut out fucking shit that really don't even make sense to cut it out. It's just fucking like, I don't know. Go west, find more trippers, and you got fucking, not just west, but yeah, I don't know.
The main thing is
certain places definitely got a better fucking palette for music. Is that the right?
Yeah, exactly. Like when I was in New York, my comedy used to hit. I do stand-up comedy, and then I come down here, and my brand of comedy was considered controversial, and
it's fucking retarded, man.
And I just stopped going. Like, I love doing stand-up comedy. Like, I think I'm good at it. That's subjective. I mean,
did the audience like it? And it was just the people.
Dude, I would have people buying me beers after my set.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing. They got a bunch of fucking the people that own the shit down here are old wrinkled fucking prunes who want to keep this little town a fucking family town. You could go to New Orleans and the shit's way better. There's so much. You go to New Orleans and if you're looking to join a band, there's fucking pages of listings. Come here, there's fucking 3 listings that have been up for months.
Exactly.
That's the fucking difference. It's
exactly.
It's a family town. We don't even have fucking tourists coming here. What the fuck you want over here? We got good food. That's it. We hit hard on the food, but go by. It don't even matter because that's just the people that cook it at home. Like really, you gotta to know the right restaurant that got good food. It's not everyone. It's not even a lot of them. Like, you gotta fucking know the right restaurants. It's the people that cook. There's a lot of people that cook good over here. That's where the food comes from. So those people work at a restaurant, then you get good food. You know. Because they cook at home too.
But I will say in New York, they have Cajun restaurants, quote unquote, and they're shit.
Oh yeah,
like they're just like, oh, if we just throw enough spice on this, it's Cajun.
Well, yeah, you can't emulate anybody else's food unless you learn how to make it right. But you gotta learn how to make it right. It's not unmakeable. It's just certain fucking techniques.
Yeah.
But one of them, if you want to make a good gravy, you brown the shit out the onions. You brown the shit out the onions on high right before it burns. You fucking put some water in. Don't let it burn, though. If it burns, it's going to be shitty. But if you keep catching it right before it burns and do that for about an hour, it's gonna take a whole cup of water. You're gonna fucking go through it like 5, 10 times. That's how you make a fucking Louisiana gravy. You put some onions and season your meat and shit, and you brown all that, whatever.
Don't get me started on roux.
That's one of the things. They probably didn't do that, so nothing tasted Cajun.
Do you
We
know
do
how
that
to
in
make
everything.
roux?
Flour, brown it or whatever. But I just buy Savoss. I'm a lazy Cajun.
Yeah, I don't fuck with roux, but
It takes too
that's
long
the
to make
whole
it.
point.
But yeah, not to make
it's
it.
But they tried to do something in New York that was like, this is the true Louisiana.
You just have to know a good reference. If you ate Louisiana food enough and enough good shit to know a reference, then you could recreate it. But maybe they just only had it once and they didn't really fucking catch the fucking thing it was about on what they ate, you know?
Or it was like a dude from like Shreveport, and he was like,
Yeah.
I'm from Louisiana. I can make.
You can look up recipes online, man. I'm sure my fucking tortilla soup don't taste like a Mexican tortilla soup. Works for me, but I'm just saying it's not. I can't.
So, what is your best dish? If you could, okay, let's say, so let's say you have a girlfriend, which you don't right now.
And that would depend on what she likes because you know bitches are like, oh, I don't like this or I like this. So then it depends on fucking what she might eat or not. You know.
But if you were trying to impress her family, like let's say her family's coming over, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna cook the fuck out of this. What is it?
They got this Italian pasta with feta cheese. It's not just feta. I think
So it
feta.
doesn't even have to be Cajun, right?
No, this particular thing is a recipe I found that just is badass. But it's dark meat chicken with some like I think penne pasta or something like that. It's like some thick pasta.
I'm sorry, it's penne.
It's some kind of thick. You can use whatever you want really, but like a thicker pasta, not spaghetti noodles and not
Rotini?
macaroni noodles. Whatever you like.
Not
Whatever
spaghetti.
starch you like to chew on. But it's got a little bit of fresh tomatoes cut up. It's got the dark meat chicken and the feta cheese and noodles. Dude, just that shit is so fucking good. But yeah, it don't take long, but there's a little recipe. That shit's pretty fucking good. That's what I would go for. Unless they really like rice and gravy or spaghetti.
Right, they're like, wait, we were expecting Cajun food. What is this Italian, you know?
I could do some fucking rice and gravy, gumbo, whatever. Yeah, if they're from out of town or something, they're like, oh, I really want to try Cajun. Yeah, then I'm a fucking gumbo or like.
Fry some catfish or.
No, fuck, we'll go out for that.
Yeah, we'll go to Chris's po' boys. What is the best catfish in Lafayette?
Oh, I had this thing, Cajun table the other day. They were fucking good.
Really?
Off Ambassador, I think.
Never
Yeah.
heard of it.
I didn't either. I just looked them up and went try. They were fucking real good. All kind
Shout
of fucking
out.
Cajun food.
Shout out.
Straight up.
All right, so let's get to some news and then we're gonna get the fuck out of here.
The rocket shit's leaving.
So you mentioned that you were a fan of that 70s show. Yes or yes?
Yeah.
Danny Masterson, who I never watched the show.
Is that Hyde or something? Which one is that?
Tell me who this guy is.
Yeah, that's Hyde.
Okay, Hyde. He has been sentenced to serve 30 years to life in prison for raping 2 women.
Ooh, that's bad. God damn. But he said on the show, or they said on the show, you're going to end up in prison or something. What are you going to do the rest of your life? I'm going to end up in prison. Damn, he made it come true. It's kind of fucked up.
Damn, he said it on the show?
Yeah, it's like,
Oh,
I don't know
dude.
if I think he said it. It was
His
like at a burger
his
interview.
Character said it?
Yeah, they had a burger restaurant interview. And he's
dude.
like, probably going to spend the rest of my life, something in prison. There was something about some prison shit.
The
Made
only
it
thing-
happen. You see, you got to really watch what you say because we manifest shit.
The only thing I liked about that show, which I only saw like one episode of, was that it was based in Wisconsin, and they always
Packers,
had like
they all
a
talk about
Green
the
Bay Packers helmet in the background, and I
Mhm.
was like, dude, yes, like this is perfect. But also, I'm never gonna watch an episode again. I'm a huge Seinfeld fan. Like, that's the only, like, old school show that I'll watch.
Yeah, I love some Seinfeld.
Like, Seinfeld, they were ahead of their time. Probably couldn't make it today just because of all the...
Yeah, this is a different...
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
And
a lot of shit like
They
that.
didn't have cell phones back then. Like, a lot of problems in the episodes could have been solved if somebody had a cell phone.
Yeah, that's why it's so weird. There's a lot of cool writing now, but
Dude,
the cell phone shit and the internet shit,
yeah,
it's a double-edged sword, man.
Yeah.
There's so much cool shit about it, but there's so much disconnection from it.
All right, a new study finds that vaping may lower men's sperm counts and shrink their testicles. Now, you don't vape. You use the little pouches.
Yeah, but I smoke enough weed. My swimmers ain't swimming fast. They chilling.
Have you ever slipped one past the goalie?
Not where we had to, like, fucking do nothing about it, for sure.
So no abortions?
No. Not that I know of.
So you may have a kid out there.
I don't think so.
Probably not.
But you never know. But, yeah, I don't think so.
So these gender reveal things have gotten out of hand recently.
Very retarded.
I mean, like, over the last handful of years.
You know, I watch people doing that, and every time I watch it, I really, like, it, if the dude's doing it, it's usually a dude that gotta do it, you know? Not always, but if it's a dude doing it, I'm always thinking, usually, especially if I see the wife, like, yeah, I would be doing it for that bitch too, or something like that. Like, but it has to take, like, I don't really think the dudes are wanting to do this.
She brought it up.
Yeah,
she made
but
it
if
happen.
you got a fucking fine wife that you love, fine can be fucking fine in the heart, and so whatever you fucking find, fine. If you got somebody you love, you fucking do shit like that. You really don't want to fucking do. And you act all excited, too. But yeah, I don't think the dudes want to do it. I don't want to do it. But, and that's the thought, you know, if I have a fine wife that wants to do it, shit, I'm going to be doing that shit.
Here's the point. You suss that shit out before you ask her to marry you. Like, y'all have to be on the same page about certain things.
Yeah. If it's something that would bother you, know, if I was dead against it, then it'd be like, yeah, it's just not a compromise there. Like, there's certain areas that you have to keep for yourself. You know,
yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah,
like
whatever you do.
I compromise all the time with my girl.
But if she comes in here telling you can't like the Packers anymore or shit like that,
yeah,
like,
she's
no,
like,
that's
I'm
like
a Ravens
that's
fan.
not a
It's
fucking.
like,
you could still. It's just shit like that.
Or no. It would be worse if she was like, I'm a Bears fan. I'd be like, sorry. We have to get a divorce. Call the wedding off. But this gender reveal, it was in Mexico. Oh.
What they did.
I mean, this is not funny, but it's kind of on point. So a pilot drove over the celebration, and then he blew out the pink to let him know it was a girl who may transition into a boy. We don't know.
Pink with a little blue tail.
And then and then he fucking went into a tailspin and died.
Wow.
So, like,
On a birth announcement, you have a death. Ooh.
dude, like,
Keeping it even. Well, not exactly even, but, you know, planning for the evenness.
yeah, you took one out and you brought one in.
Yeah, we keep in place, you know, we keep in one place empty for you.
All right, so we work at a restaurant, and someone sent in an order, and this was the suggestion, or what would you even call it whenever they like add extra shit to it?
Notes.
Yeah, like little notes, like, okay, so it was cheeseburger fries, extra sour cream. Please don't forget this time. I can't eat it any other way. And I had a really bad day. Now, knowing what we know about this restaurant that we work at, if you don't add the extra, sour cream, you're not gonna get it because it's just like
Woody actually gives it. I see Woody.
don't say
It
names.
is what it is. When most of the time, if it's reasonable, if they write a paragraph, Woody will usually do it. I usually don't unless it's like an even switch. If they say like, okay, I want loaded fries, no bacon, but chicken. That's an even switch. So I'll do it. But if they ask for 50 extra sauces, I don't. That's just how we differ. But
Also,
So they might be getting spoiled. Is all I'm saying. Like maybe when we come in and we don't want to do it, they're like, oh, but this guy did it. Is all I'm saying.
Also, if
I don't.
it depends on how busy we are, right?
Yeah, and that's another thing. Yeah, if we ain't been busy all day, I'ma fucking do their order up nice if they're not being unreasonable.
Yeah. I mean, the whole point is
You have the option to pay for extra shit. So if you really want it,
they're trying to get a little extra and not pay, which, hey, I'm down for that.
I like this one, and I think this is what they're doing. But when they like order 2 quesadillas and they put like 1 extra sour cream and 1 extra salsa, I really think they want like an extra salsa and sour cream in both boxes. But I always just split it up and go,
Yes, dude.
because they got 2 under the same one.
So technically,
I think they're trying to get 2 extra, but I just give them what they pay for.
technically you're doing
It's
your
probably
job.
so boring for anybody listening. Like, what the fuck?
Well, here's the thing. I think everyone should have to work in the restaurant industry, like for at
It gives
least
you valuable skills.
like how many shifts?
Couple weeks.
Couple
Get
weeks.
normalized
Yeah,
in it.
couple weeks.
However long it takes for you to fucking.
to figure it out.
Yeah,
And
maybe,
then-
maybe like longer, maybe like a month or
A
two.
month minimum.
To where you're thinking it's your job and you actually apply yourself and start learning it. Not just like, oh, I'm about to quit. And never fucking learn anything.
Yeah, like I don't care and I'm just gonna
Yeah.
fucking do what I'm gonna do and I hope they fire me, like that kind of thing. Because we've had some of those where they're like, dude, I'll just stay as long until they fire me
I had a
because
few.
fuck this.
Yeah, we had a few of those.
Dude, isn't it weird, like, when you see somebody come in and you're like, oh, this person isn't going to last? Like, because I've done that. I worked at Cane's for 3 hours. And they were like, all right, go take out the trash.
You just left.
And I just left.
Yeah.
I never got paid for those 3 hours. And I was just like, fine with it.
Fuck it.
I was like, dude, I had a couple of free Texas toasts and I saw the whole operation and how it worked. And I was
Yeah.
like, dude, no, not going to do this. And I don't know how often you've been to Cane's, but whenever you drive up to the drive-thru, they're like, hey, what's kicking? Let's get you some chicken. Or like they have like some like weird like,
Yeah,
little,
they
like,
have
saying.
an annoyingly happy little fucking thing. I agree.
Dude, I would not be able to do that. I'd be like,
Oh, dude.
what can I get you?
That shit sucks. There's only one time in my life where I had to do like a specific greeting type shit. I was working for a call center. We were doing AT&T shit. We always had to do a greeting, but it was pretty loose for a long time. And then when they came and changed it up to where it was like, hi, you're speaking with blah, and your balance is this. Would you like to pay this much from your card? It was all kind of shit like that, straight up. Like before they even said a word, we're like, hey, you want to pay fucking money on your fucking account? Tell them their fucking balance.
So then you would have to like say like a certain.
It basically just pisses people off the second they fucking start talking to you.
Yeah,
They
because
might not be calling to fucking pay. And you're like, hey, you gonna give me some money? Before you even ask them what to do. And like, that was what we had to say. If we didn't say it, we got docked on our fucking performance shit. Like if you didn't do it in that order or whatever, it was so fucked. Like, that was where a lot of people was really starting to like say, fuck that shit.
So I think, goddamn, I listened to so many podcasts that I can't remember which one it was, but it was basically like like when people show up at your door and like they have a whole sales pitch.
Yeah.
I would much rather just hand them $10 and be like, just fucking get lost. I don't want to hear like anything. Like, you're ruining my day. Like, I have a game right now. Like, look, did you hear that?
God damn, the thing kicked.
Oh, that was my
Oh.
my refrigerator. But yeah, like, I'm in the middle of a fucking Madden game, and you're sitting here talking to me, trying to get me to be a Mormon, or you're trying to sell me magazines that I'm never gonna get. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here?
See, I'm pretty blunt with people, and it kind of like,
See, but how did you get that way?
just by never really caring how the fuck they felt.
How old are you?
32.
All right, so I'm 38. We've kind of passed the threshold of like, dude, I can tell when you're bullshitting me.
Oh yeah, dude. And that's what I don't like to fucking. I ain't gonna entertain bullshit. So I'm pretty blunt, and because of that, I don't really overly conversate with a lot of people. I'm not extroverted because I just don't want to fucking like. I don't know.
But
I won't play like some people are like, oh, I know you're bullshit, and I'm gonna play along. I don't have time. I don't have an agenda. It's not gonna fucking. I don't have a mind for that.
But
Some people are just like, I'm gonna play with it, or fuck, they got a fucking.
yeah,
idea,
it's like, all right, I'll give you my credit card information, and
or they might try to make a joke out of it, or any type of approach, you know, like just to fucking see what the other person. Either way, it's just wasting time in my book, because like there was a falseness presented you. And to me, that's, if you think about negative and positive in the world, that's a negative, because it's not aligned with truth. That's just how I look at it. I'm weird. So if somebody's lying to you, they're giving you fucking the big cloud of fucking darkness. So
and you can
if
feel
you
those
start
vibes.
entertaining that and fucking continue on with that, then you fucking helping that, you know. So I'd rather just latch on to the good things and spend my time on that.
You feel the vibes, and I would much rather just look, dude. Here's $10. Just leave.
I don't even do the money. I'm just like,
Or just
all right, later.
just
I don't
be
know. I'm
like,
just pretty good at
I'll
being
be right
cold.
back.
I don't know.
And you close the door, and you just never.
I don't even have to lie. I'll just be like, oh no, I'm good. Or cut them out. I'm pretty good at being cold. I don't know.
Or, oh, dude, this would be awesome. Yes, dude. All right, so next time this happens, for our listeners out there, next time, hey, so, blah 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 blah. I'm sorry, I'm about to go kill myself, so this really doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
And you just close the
I
door,
really don't have the time.
dude. And then they would fucking freak out. They'd be like, "Holy shit, what the fuck just happened?" Like, you know, like just spin their head.
Or just be like, you know, this fucking world, I'm gonna kill myself. Fucking
Yeah, or like
let them think they're the reason or something. You know, this is the last fucking straw. Fuck.
yeah.
I was just trying to jump my coffee. You fuck. I'm like, I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here. I don't know.
The asteroid's gonna hit in 36 seconds. Oh shit! And you look at your Apple Watch. You know, you're like, oh wait, you have like a countdown going. You're like, oh wait, oh shit. Okay, I have to go. The asteroid's about to hit, and you just close the door. Dude, like, fuck with people, because they're fucking with you.
Yeah.
Ultimately, they are fucking with you, wasting your time, and making you feel bad for not putting down. Remember, like, I don't know, in New York.
I guess the reason I don't fuck with them back is because it comes off. Like, even if you're fucking with them, you usually, like, try to come off like you're being polite, you know? And sometimes it might go over their head. And I don't even want to give them that option. I want them to know that I'm just like, fuck off, you know? So I give them straight up that shit. I don't even fucking like to, like, give them a fucking hopes, a glimmer of, like, oh, yeah. And
Oh,
just
maybe
like,
so.
Like, I'm
Tell
completely
me
don't give a
more.
fuck, you know? Like,
Yeah.
It is or it isn't, you know?
Yeah, let's waste another 15 minutes. Dude, in New York, I lived in all black neighborhoods. Look, You see the push pins on the wall right there?
Yeah.
So that was all in Brooklyn. So every neighborhood I lived in, I was probably one of the only white people there. So people would approach me thinking that I was like a rich white dude. So I would see a black guy, a Hispanic guy pass, and then there would be a beggar there. They wouldn't even talk to that person.
Yeah.
But when I come through, they're like, "Oh, hey, can you help me?"
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "Dude, I'm fucking broke.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to check my phone right now to see if I have enough money to even get on this fucking subway." Like, again, tell the audience what I look like.
A white guy.
Like, really white.
Everyday normal average white guy.
So, in that way, it was very frustrating because I was like, and when I first moved there, I felt bad. Like, I really felt like guilt, like in my chest. And I would like, if I had any like dollar or anything, I would like hand it to him and I'd be like, "Here you go, man. Cheers." You know, like I was like in a good mood.
Yeah.
By year 5, I was like, "Fuck you," like, or
Yeah.
I would just act like I didn't even hear him.
Yeah.
And then eventually I got like wireless earbuds, and I was just like walking through, like,
Yeah.
acting like I was the main character of my movie. You know,
Yeah,
just
I know what
like
you mean.
I have a mission to accomplish. But
Yeah.
it wasn't racist. It was just like circumstantial.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, yeah, it's kind of fucked up, you know.
Have you ever been racially fucked with? Not in Louisiana, right? And Denver too, right? Like,
I mean,
Denver's like the whitest place in the world.
yeah, Colorado's full of white people. Yeah. No, I mean, there's been times where like, if you're on the bus and if I was surrounded by like a bunch of black dudes that were all friends, they might. But really, no. Like honestly, like as much times as that happened, white dudes did it or more. So no, it wasn't a race thing. It's just like fucking growing up with dudes who were bully type things every now and then, you know. So like, yeah, I can't say it's even, you know. It's just fucking. Sometimes it happened with white dudes, sometimes it happened with black dudes. But either way, they were all together because the culture they grew up together, you know. And that's it.
Yeah, it was more a part of
Growing up.
their upbringing. I mean, it sucks because people like to categorize race when it doesn't. Like, there are shitty people of all races.
Yep.
And then when you try to like say something shitty about a certain race,
You're going down.
dude, I'm a racist. I'm a fucking racist. Dude, I hate my own race, dude. Because we look like assholes. We look like assholes.
There's a lot of people that go too far with it. There's a lot of people that
Oh, yeah.
stupid. Yeah.
They make us look bad.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then they look at us and they're like, those are the evil ones.
So then they connect with that, you know. But you just gotta not do that, kid, because that's what I don't do to other races. Like maybe I don't know, maybe like I said, like I really like I hadn't had no like certain racist fucking situation where I felt like I got fucked with like for that reason, you know. Like I don't know.
Dude, it's a white knight. We are literally white.
We're the whitest white people, you know.
We're the whitest white people, and we are victims.
Yeah. Of the goddamn cartel and drug culture.
Dude, we're officially white victims because we are the most evil people in the world right now. If you think about Russians,
We're not evil.
Russians are fucking evil, dude.
We don't know what Russians are like. We don't see Russians. We just hear what fucking the news tells us about Russia. I can't fucking vouch for that. There's a lot of fucked up people that I see from a distance, but you know, most of the people that I see, like, most of them aren't that fucked up. But yeah, no, there's some. There's some people that are evil, but most people aren't.
That's what I'm saying. It's all about the tone of your skin. Like I said, I'm half El Salvadorian. But
I'm not sure I understand.
Fucking getting spied on by
the whole point is,
you were talking about Russia.
dude,
Start talking about Russia.
Siri, am I white?
I really couldn't say.
Me either. That's the whole point. It's like, I get worked up about this because I'm engaged to an Ecuadorian Jamaican girl. And she feels some kind of way about certain things. And then I'm just like, yo, but it's just because of skin tone. Like, it has nothing to do, like, there are no norms for this anymore. Like, everything's gone haywire when it comes to, oh, he's a black guy.
Right.
He's gonna rob me. Oh, it's a Spanish dude. He's lazy, or you know, it's just like all these like stereotypes.
Most of that melted away. I mean, they try to portray it on the news, but most people, like, anybody that goes out and fucking fucks with other people in public on a fucking weekly basis, at least, ain't like that. I mean,
and it's
rare.
more often down south. I mean, you spent time in Denver. Like, you know the differences between Colorado and Louisiana. The education system up there compared to down here.
Yeah, we got the shit.
Dude,
like
we're
that
like
turd shit.
bottom 5, dude.
Yeah, it's shit.
And we get paid bottom 5.
Yeah, and at the same token, the housing's cheap. I mean, here's the thing. I moved out to Colorado, and having a lower level job. It wasn't minimum wage, but just, you know, like a easily available job that you don't need a college degree for or whatever. That gives you all right work, and with the housing and shit, I had about the same money over there as I did out here with a similar job. You know, I think certain areas there's certain shit that hikes up the price. Like, okay, so cities like LA and New York, you got a bunch of rich people trying to get it there. So a bunch of people with high amounts of money, like in the music industry and arts and all kind of different shit, finance, whatever. But they're always those biggest motherfuckers because it's the biggest city in America. Or the second one, you know. So they're all going there. Whereas here, ain't nobody fucking coming here. So it's way less fucking, like, it's just. So shit kind of pans out evenly in a lot of ways, but not always. But
Dude,
there's always some fucking people who are fucked with. As far as like the
where I worked at in Tribeca, which is like one of the richest parts of Manhattan, I taught Liev Schreiber's kids. He's the guy from what's it called? Ray Donovan, that show. I taught his kids piano.
nice.
And the dude, the chick from The Ring. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Shit.
They were married, they got divorced, whatever. But they came for the orientation and shit. And they
Yeah.
were just like sitting like right there. And it was
Nice.
just like, cool. I would walk across the street to Whole Foods. I saw Chris Carter, wide receiver in the NFL, Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah.
I met Carrie Brownstein.
That's what I mean. There's a lot of people with a lot of money walking around there. You
Yeah,
know?
dude,
Whereas
so-
we're walking around and most of us got like a fucking.
Yeah, it's just like some random
I
dude
mean,
that's
maybe
like,
make fucking 20,000 a year.
may try to rob
insane.
you,
God
may
damn, fuck.
may fall asleep on the fucking floor, like may have to call them an Uber because they might get raped. Like,
God.
it's just it's a weird trade off
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do about it?
I gotta fucking buy a tooth first. That's what's so fucked up. I can't even plan farther than that.
Hold on, tell me about your tooth. Tell me about your fucking tooth, dude.
Yeah, I'm tired of talking. I just need enough money to pay for dental work and a vehicle now. So for the next year, I can't do shit because if you have a house, you know, like you really usually don't have extra money over here. Who the fuck got extra money?
Well, we just got a new car, and
Now y'all ain't gonna have extra money for a long
we're not
time.
gonna
right?
have extra money.
Exactly.
We're paying extra for a car that just gets us around better in the city. You know, but that's just gonna delay our time to move away from this fuck place.
Yeah.
But the other car, we'd be on Johnson and almost get T-boned because we're trying to accelerate, and it gets up to 20 miles an hour, and we're just stuck in the fucking middle of the road. And it's like,
Yeah.
you're,
Ain't no good.
you're pressing down on the fucking accelerator, and you're like, ah.
Get
And everybody's beeping at you and shit, and you gotta put the fucking emergency lights on. So it's easier to fucking, instead of just throwing money at an old ass car, get a newer car that's pretty mint. And, you know, just, I mean, this car that I'm about to take you home with can easily get us to the East Coast.
Oh yeah.
And
new
we
vehicles
won't
also.
have any issues.
Nope.
It has like it has a fucking TV in the fucking front seat. Like it has like all the, oh, you're getting too close to the left lane. Oh, somebody's coming up behind you. Oh, you're
Yeah.
backing out. Here's a picture of everything that's going on behind you.
It's a smart car.
Yeah, dude, like, what the fuck? Like, everyone should have that shit. The whole point is, we have to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's in the plans. I'd like to.
And when COVID hit, I told my girl, well, first of all, I asked her to marry me. And thank God she said yes. But our lease was running out. And COVID, we didn't know what the fuck it was.
Damn, yeah, it's a scary time. So you really ain't gonna fucking jump. Like,
And I was like almost getting robbed. Like going to the liquor store, going to the bodega. Like I was just like the fucking white guy in the neighborhood. And they were like, let me target this motherfucker.
yeah, and it probably got worse after COVID too with the fucking just stressful shit.
And yeah, dude, people started acting fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And so I was like, dude, I don't even want to fucking go on subways. Like, I'm seeing shit on my phone. Like, people are getting stabbed. You know, like, people are getting pushed into trains. Like,
God damn.
I was like, dude, fuck this place.
Yeah.
Like, I should have moved there when I was 20 and a badass. I moved there when I was 30 and a fucking, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
That's where I'm at. Yeah, I'm
Remember?
just like,
You remember when you
oh
were
yeah,
20?
yeah. They had all kind of cool shit going on. Once you lose your good shit a few times, it's like, I'm gonna fucking wait. I ain't really gonna fucking try to fucking force all kind of shit again. That's where I'm at. A lot more chill and don't give a fuck.
Like-
Hurts to give a fuck.
Yeah, like the most daring shit I ever did in New York was stand-up comedy. You know, just go up in front of fucking strangers and Tell
Talk
some
shit.
fucking stupid jokes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And then travel 45 minutes to another place and tell those same stupid jokes. And then go back and listen and be like, that was shitty. Oh, that little part was good. All right, let me write that down. Like,
Yeah,
look,
pretty
look,
cool.
look at this.
Nice.
These are all my fucking notes, dude. Now, if I could put all these together, describe to the listeners what I just did.
He just played 52 card pickup minus the pickup.
So it's basically like a bunch of little, what are these? Little stick notes. And for every 10 of them, maybe one of them has like a good joke in it. But then you have to like,
Yeah, that's a whole different thing for me.
you have to make them work, and
It's kind of like putting a song together, just in a different, looking for a different thing.
exactly
Looking for
it's
a different reaction.
This E flat minor 7 and this D sus flat 5. Like, I don't know. I don't like the way that sounds together. Oh, but if you put a E major 7, see, I'm sitting here. I have a keyboard in front of me, and I'm just like, I don't even want to touch it. But the whole point is, we got to get the fuck out of here. We're getting old.
Yeah, it's constantly happening.
Like, are you gonna be one of the ones to put the chip in your head?
By that time probably, but no, not right now. I'm gonna get old first, and when everything really starts hurting, I'm gonna be like, yeah, fuck this shit. Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah,
But not for a long time.
yeah. I want to see
I want to see everybody else's shit.
I want to see
Once
some
it's
proof.
fucking necessary to keep up with normal people, then I'll be like, okay, I'm a fucking follow the
Or
herd.
what'll happen? It'll just be like the vaccine, where people won't hire you unless you have the chip in your head. They'll be
I
like,
don't have the vaccine.
you never got the vaccine
Fuck
ever?
off everybody who does and thinks it's fucking weird. What? I don't give a fuck. I got COVID once, and it was like every fucking goddamn cold I had as a child. Sorry, it wasn't much different. It wasn't much different than a flu. It wasn't worse at all. So,
Dude,
I didn't get no fucking shots I didn't need.
I want to white out with this.
Just is what it is. And I don't fucking plan on it.
The whole point of me getting the vaccine was because I was working at school. And I got COVID.
Yeah, there was a lot of places that were requiring it. Like, I just luckily didn't have to go through one because it just seems unnecessary. I don't know. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having it or not, but
No.
I didn't want to have it, and I don't, and I haven't had problems with it, so fuck off.
My girl got it. Obviously, I got it. She was sucking my dick. You know what I'm saying? But
it was the saliva and dick contact.
a little bit of.
I didn't know you could get COVID from your dick hole.
Hanky.
Goddamn doctor, you gotta tell me better shit.
But the day after I got the vaccine, I went to Reds and I put up like 50 shots. And I felt great. I didn't feel nothing. She was in bed for like 3 days.
Damn.
So it affects everybody all different ways. But they got some new shit about to drop. And everybody's going to be like, man, fuck that old. See, that was some bullshit, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
And
you definitely-
motherfuckers are going to die, dude.
Yeah, and that's the problem. If something strong actually does come, how are we going to believe it?
Dude, did you see when Kamala Harris said...
We got lied to in so many ways with COVID, I'm not saying like COVID wasn't real or didn't affect
definitely
a lot of
real,
people,
and
but it was just a little overblown. Definitely.
It was
shut down the fucking world. It was fucking overblown. You fucked up a lot of shit by that.
It was made in a lab, dude. I'm sorry. I'll be the first to say it, but that shit was created in a lab.
And maybe somebody was scared it was gonna be that bad. But guess what? If it's that bad next time and we don't react, that's because we're soft to it now. You cry wolf. We don't care anymore. It's like, well, whatever. You said that last time, bitch.
Maybe that was the plan the whole time. Was let's make a soft disease, make people skeptical of it, and then release the hounds.
I used to be like conspiracy theorists and think somebody was, or like a group of people were plotting on killing people in the world or like keeping the population to a minimum. But since the internet age started and people like share truths at a faster rate, I honestly don't think that anybody has that much power or people are that evil at the time. Like, I'm not saying like there's certain shit like the Epstein shit there is some shit like that going on, but I don't think they fucking are like plotting mass extinctions for us at rates that are actually going to what we think they might if you got that. I don't know. I just don't think they have that much fucking go, and I think we're all fucking riding around freaking out at the same time more than we know it. More than we know it. Like, people are trying to fucking look at other people like, oh, they got it figured out, and they're trying to fuck me over. I think everybody just don't fucking know. Like, just like when you're a kid and you're like, oh, the adults should know. Well, we all grew up. Does anybody fucking know? I don't. So we're all here. And I think that we underestimate the power of that in everybody's mind. Maybe some people do have some fucking real fucking, I don't know. Yeah, some people really do know their own shit, but I still feel like there's a thread in us all that's like, oh shit, we're spinning around in this fucking planet going around the sun. It could be a fucking comet that hits us tomorrow. We could have fucked up the shit already to where fucking we just on a fucking path of, yeah, this is, I don't know.
How much do you think the government knows about aliens? And why would they just be telling us now?
I think they've been knowing, and it's just,
Is it like
it's a strange, I think it's with the fucking information age and the fucking era we're in, the raging conscious, I think the fucking military is just trying to fucking take a new step with this particular thing, you know?
So is this like a new 9/11 where they're just trying to, because the industrial complex of, that was always like the conspiracy about 9/11 was, we need to build more tanks and, weapons and all this shit. So we let this thing happen to boost our economy, even knowing or possibly allowing it to happen because we're in so much debt. Do you think that releasing this alien information is just their way of producing more like unnecessary shit? Because aliens will laugh at whatever the fuck we come up with.
It's possible for misinformation, but I personally feel with what I think about the universe and when I look up at the sky with all the fucking little dots that are probably stars from what I would gather, and what I've been told, that there's more than likely some fucking other shit growing somewhere. There's no fucking, just in my mind, so I have to go with the fact that they just been holding it fucking from us for a while and finally fucking are realizing that there's just no way that we can continue as an interstellar species at some point denying this shit. Now, how much they contact them and what they know, like, I could see that some of these technologies that we got, like, might have came from it. I wouldn't bet against that with a lot of shit, like how quick a fucking phone fucking blew up into this device that we got now, and just a lot of space technologies, a lot of fucking weird shit, a lot of fucking 3D printing shit, like gene editing shit, a lot of shit. Dude, so yeah, I do think that
they've made just finally babies without sperms and eggs.
I just think they fucking got tired of denying it at a certain point.
I think
I don't know if I'm right on that.
How egotistical do you have to be to think that we're the only beings in the world, or in the universe, rather?
It's weird. It's a weird thought. I can't imagine it. I don't know.
Only Christians and Jews and like super religious people
it's only believing in what you've seen, and just because you haven't seen it, it doesn't exist. But like, if you walked fucking, if you went to another state, you know that fucking is not applicable because people are different over here and they do different shit. So maybe there's something new that you can learn. Like, so how would you?
Yeah, they got Buc-ee's in fucking Texas. We don't have a Buc-ee's in Louisiana. They got Quick Trip in Wisconsin. They don't have one here.
Like I always had this idea. So we're a carbon-based life form that breathes oxygen. We have methane fucking is poisonous to us, but they have methane worms like in the bottom of the sea or something that exist in those methane fucking vents and shit. Does not I don't hear this talked about much like in what I don't research much, but so like I always thought with all these elements, how do you fucking not think that maybe there's fucking based I don't know, fucking beings with every base. Like you have hydrogen, you have fucking you have metals, gold, like you have anything, all them fucking different periodic elements that we have. We're just growing off with carbon. So how would you not think that this certain fucking those crazy ass fucking nebulas and shit that we see might not fucking be all based in something different, not oxygen and fucking they don't have our fucking.
Yeah, all we have is oxygen.
We only have these fucking ones, and we have a certain amount of
and
these ones too in our galaxy, in our area, whatever. Like, but I just feel like there could be different base shit, like fucking arsenic or something. Like I don't know, I just don't know enough of them fucking things. But basically, like any of them, any of those fucking there's 200 something. I don't know, all them elements. I feel like there can be there's an option in this giant fucking vast solar system that even in what we see
infinite,
that there's places where that's their life, that's their fucking molecule that they fucking bind to. We can't fucking breathe their atmosphere. They don't have oxygen or something. It burns oxygen off or whatever the fucking situation. You know, it's just like completely incompatible to our fucking idea of life because it's different, because it fucking don't have it. It can't exist where we exist either.
And also our minds can't wrap around it.
Yeah,
it's like this is all we know. This is all like
I find like this is like a fucking weird statement for some people, but I find the fucking idea of like, oh, speed of light is the fastest thing.
Is it?
I just fucking have to say that anytime you're a human and you say that this thing is the fastest thing, we don't know that yet. That's the fastest thing that we've clocked. It's just like time. Like okay, we made a fucking bar for it. We made a measurement for it. This is the fastest measurement we've made. But I honestly feel like if you're really gonna fucking start space traveling, we're gonna figure out some way to warp time, fucking move time to where it's going faster than light in some kind of fucking way. So I don't know. That's weird. That's weird for me. That's just a weird one for me, saying that we're limited on that. Like,
you've seen the Rogan episode with Lazard, and they have that little tic tac. And it comes out of the water at a speed that we don't even understand, dude.
Exactly.
And then it just moves to the right and shoots up, and it's gone. And Navy fucking is it Navy? Planes?
Maybe. Navy. Air Force, Navy.
Air Force.
They got both of them.
Air Force,
Navy.
Navy.
They all got planes.
They're like, what the fuck is this? They're like talking to each other on their headsets. Like,
yeah.
Wait, what was that?
Yeah. See shit like that? Like,
dude, like they can't even track it. Like it's going so fast.
Yeah.
And people are like, it's just, whatever. And now they're just coming out with like, yeah, we've declassified this and this has been going on for a while. And dude, when I leased this car, I was like, dude, this is not gonna matter. This is not gonna matter. Like,
it's funny that we lived in that kind of world.
It's all gonna be like, don't have
I
kids.
know, it's weird.
Everyone,
especially this fucking
don't
summer,
have
man.
kids. Stop.
I'm fucking riding this shit. I gotta piss, man.
My bad. All right, so to wrap this up, this is our new podcast, and
we're gonna get older.
We're getting older.
Shit about it.
And aliens are gonna fucking come rape us, and it's gonna be a great time.
We're gonna start lining up a interview with an alien. It might take a while, but if we get that done in this lifetime, that'd be pretty fucking cool. think it's an option.
We have a couple people
I
at
don't
work.
know how the translator will work or translation, but we'll work on it.
Yeah,
So-
but until then, we'll have like people that we work with, and we'll like kidnap them.
Illegal aliens, we could get those.
Oh, the Mexicans?
Just until we got a good alien, or space.
Yeah, he'll have to have like a trans or they.
That's an alien.
You know,
I feel like
I
that's an
don't
alien.
I don't want to assume gender. You know,
It's not like an alien from outer space. It's just an alien to normality.
they just have like nothing down there.
They have whatever they want down there. That's the thing, and they can call it whatever they want too.
Or they can switch it.
You could make the hole, and then you could just like you could pregnate yourself.
Dude.
But you probably have to start out as a woman to do that. Sorry.
All right, I gotta jack
And,
off. I gotta
Like
jack off.
put sperm in your fucking.
No.
I don't know.
No.
There's all
You're
that shit.
ruining my jack off.
Yeah.
I gotta jack off. All right, so I hope you enjoyed. I doubt anyone listened this long, but if you did,
We thank you, and you can fucking smell my ball taint sack smell after work if you really like to. I'll give you a preview.
Greg Stelly and Jesse LaSala, we're getting old. This is episode 1, Friday, September 8th, 2023. I hope we make it another year or 10. We'll see.
We'll do it.
What's gonna be our like tagline to like end the show?
I don't know.
It has to be something cool. Because on my other podcast, I say, until next time, don't die. We have to think of something right here on the spot.
Yeah, it's hard to do that. Owls and shit bugs, you know, like I don't know.
See, but I wanted to put you on the spot.
All right. Oh yeah, I got nothing. This Coke is not good enough.
Boom. That's good.
And one day it might be, and they'll come up with a better one. But
And until next time,
this Coke ain't
this
good
Coke ain't good enough.